All right, here's a question from Chapter 10, Section 2. This is number 15. A little bit different one. They want you to use technology to kind of figure out what your hypothesized proportion is. So in StatCrunch, again, they told us 50 out of 100 over sample for brand A, and then they give us these different values here. So with alpha being 0.05, which one would we not reject the null hypothesis? So if we don't reject, that means that our p-value is going to be greater than 0.05. So if I go into stat proportion stats and one sample with summary, we had 58 out of 100. That's from our sample. And let's just try some of these values, and that's what we're kind of doing. Let's do the 0.47, and let's find out what our p-value is. So it's not. So that one I would reject. I would change it to 0.48. I would still reject. Again, they're asking us to not reject. So I'm guessing it's the 0.49, and it was greater than our level of significance of 0.05. So 0.49 would be 1, and then due to the symmetry of it, the other one most likely would be the 0.67. So let's check that, 0.49 to 0.67. If I change it to a 6.7, I get a value larger than 5%. So I would not reject. I would fail to reject. If I go to 0.68, I'm guessing I would reject. And that's correct. So we're looking in between 0.49 and 0.67. So that would give me a do not reject. So a 95% confidence interval for those that pick A. Again, we have all our information in here. So if I'm doing a confidence interval, I just click on confidence interval and it was 95%. So I get these values that I'm in between 48% and 68%. You know, I'm 95% confident that between 48% of the people and 68% of people will choose brand A. So it's not a great interval. It's kind of a wide interval in 3 decimal places. So 0.483 and then 677. 0.483 and 0.677. Just check that. 0.677 is correct. So there's our confidence interval. And then lastly, 0.01, what would happen to the range? So if we, the hypothesis test, if we go to alpha as 0.01, I don't know if any of those numbers were within 0.01. I think we would have almost failed to reject all of those. What would happen to the range of values for P0 towards the null hypothesis not rejected? Again, it would expand. The range of value would increase because the corresponding confidence interval would increase in size. So now we're talking about confidence interval as well. If you increase your confidence level, so instead of a 95%, let's say we're going to a 99% confidence interval, our range of values is going to be wider. It's going to be a larger value. It's kind of like saying, if I wanted to guess your weight and I wanted to be 100% confident, and knowing that you're a college student, to be 100% confident, I would say that you weigh between 20 pounds and 1,000 pounds, right? You have to widen your range. But as you lower your confidence, you can make your confidence interval, your range is going to be smaller. So I would say maybe between 100 pounds and 300 pounds, I would be 95% confident that most college students are going to weigh in between 100 pounds and 300 pounds. That just gives me more opportunity for error. So the range of value would increase because the corresponding confidence interval would increase in size. So I think that looks correct.